Ladies and gentlemen, every single morning you wake up, you are handed the most powerful weapon in the world, your mind. But here's the truth. Most people go their whole lives without learning how to use it. They drift, react, and let circumstances dictate their attitude, not realizing that the quality of their mindset determines the quality of their life. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. Shift the lens and you shift your life. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about powerful thinking, intentional thinking, and disciplined thinking. Because the way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines your destiny. Here's the hook. The battle is won in the mind before it's won in the world. Every champion, every leader, every high performer wins the inner war first. They train their mind like an athlete trains for a gold medal. They don't leave their thinking to chance. They take control of it. That's why you must work on your mindset daily, not once a week, not when you feel like it, every single day. You wouldn't skip brushing your teeth for a week and expect freshness. Don't skip mental hygiene and expect greatness. Your mind needs a workout just as much as your body does, probably more. Start with what you allow in. Guard your inputs. Your mind is a garden. Are you planting seeds of growth or weeds of doubt? The books you read, the videos you watch, the people you surround yourself with, the thoughts you repeat, all of them are programming your mental software. So the question is, are you installing fear or installing power? Most people wake up and scroll, letting negativity flood in before they even step out of bed. But not you. You must decide to take charge. Feed your mind with knowledge, with inspiration, with clarity. Read something that stretches you. Listen to something that challenges you. Reflect on something that sharpens you, because the more powerful your thoughts, the more powerful your actions, and then control your self-talk. The voice in your head, it's either your best friend or your worst enemy. Train it, shape it, speak to yourself like someone worth fighting for. Tell yourself the truth, not your fears. Replace "I can't" with "how can I." Swap "I'm not ready" with "I'm preparing." You are becoming what you repeatedly tell yourself. Your beliefs shape your identity, and your identity drives everything. That's why you must make belief, building a daily ritual. Stand guard at the gate of your mind and let nothing in that doesn't build you up. Here's another hook. If you don't program your mind, the world will do it for you, and it will not program it for power. That's why average people stay stuck. They let their fears, their past, their surroundings dictate their standards. But your standards rise when your mindset strengthens, and that's when everything begins to change. Because when you believe bigger, you start playing bigger. You start making decisions from vision, not from limitation. You start acting from purpose, not from pressure. You begin to lead yourself first, and the world starts responding accordingly. You can't chase your dreams, break through limitations, or dominate your goals if your body is falling apart underneath you. Your energy is your edge. Without it, you can't focus. Without it, you can't lead. Without it, you can't sustain success. You need to work on your health every single day because your body is not a side project. It's your foundation. It's your performance engine. It's the vehicle that carries your ambition. And if you don't maintain it, even the most brilliant mind and the most determined heart will fall behind. Your goals mean nothing if your body can't carry you to them. Here's the hook. Health isn't something you work on only when you're sick. It's something you protect when you feel your best. That's the winning mindset. Average people wait for symptoms before they make changes. High performers build habits that prevent the crash before it ever shows up. Energy isn't an accident. It's built one choice at a time, and it starts with movement. You don't need a fancy gym or a 90-minute workout. What you need is discipline. 20 minutes a day of intentional movement. Walk, run, lift, stretch, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you move your body, because movement creates momentum, and momentum is fuel for everything else. Let's talk about nutrition. Your body is a reflection of what you feed it. Food is either fuel or poison. Every bite is either building your future or draining your power. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be intentional. More water, fewer excuses. More whole foods, fewer shortcuts. Eat like you love yourself. Fuel like your goals depend on it, because they do. You wouldn't pour low-quality fuel into $1 million sports car, so why would you treat your body any less? And sleep, don't ignore it. Champions don't brag about how little they sleep. They guard it like gold, because rest is where your body recovers, repairs, and refuels. Without it, you'll burn out, break down, and mentally crash. You're not lazy for sleeping. You're smart for respecting the recovery process. High-level energy comes from high-level rest. It's a competitive advantage when the world is running on fumes and you're operating at full charge. Here's another hook. Discipline in your health transfers to discipline in your mindset, your business, and your life. When you consistently take care of your body, you're training yourself to follow through, to stay sharp, to live on purpose. The way you treat your health sets the tone for how you approach everything else. If you cut corners with your energy, you'll cut corners in your hustle. But when you honor your health, you elevate your identity. And let's not forget this confidence lives in your body too. When you feel strong, you walk differently. You speak with more conviction. You show up with presence. Taking care of your body isn't just about fitness. It's about leadership. Because no one follows someone who looks like they're barely surviving. People follow energy, presence, clarity, and stamina. And those come from a body that's been consistently trained, fueled, and respected. Your best ideas need your best energy. And your best energy begins with how you treat your body today. Not someday. Every single person walking this planet has dreams. Some whisper them quietly, others scream them out loud. But dreams without goals are nothing more than wishes, and wishes don't build legacies. You must work on your goals every single day, not when it's convenient, not when you're motivated, but daily, relentlessly, and without apology. Your goals are the blueprint for your potential. They are the compass that guides your daily decisions, the fire that fuels your action, and the proof that you are not here just to survive, but to conquer. Here's the hook. Goals give your hustle a direction and your grind a purpose. Without them, you're just busy, not productive. You're running, but in circles. Your energy gets scattered, but with goals, every action counts. Every move is targeted. Every sacrifice has meaning. When you wake up with your goals written down, burned into your mind, and placed in front of your eyes, you're not guessing. You're executing. You're not hoping. You're hunting. You're waking up with a mission, not just a morning. Write them, speak them, visualize them, break them down into chunks so specific and so detailed that your mind can't ignore them. If your goals don't live in your daily routine, they will die in your someday list. And someday is not a day of the week. Someday is where dreams go to rot. Don't let your goals get lost in the fog of distractions, doubts, and delay. Keep them visible, keep them alive, keep them urgent. Because urgency is your ally. People who succeed treat their goals like deadlines, not suggestions. They don't try, they commit. Here's another hook. Big goals demand small daily actions. You don't build a skyscraper in a weekend. You build it brick by brick, floor by floor, day by day, and most days it won't look like much. It will feel boring, repetitive, even invisible, but that's where the power is, in the consistency, in the quiet. In the private wins that no one claps for. Progress is slow until suddenly it's massive. That's why you must stay obsessed with the process, not just the prize. The habits that support your goals matter more than the hype around them. And let's be real, there will be days when it feels like you're going nowhere, when results are invisible, when you want to quit. That's when goals matter most. They remind you why you started. They reignite the fire. They pull you forward when discipline is the only thing you have left, because motivation fades. But goals written down, visualized, tracked, and revisited daily become a system. And systems don't rely on emotion. They rely on execution. Most people stop at intention. Winners move to implementation. They don't wait to feel inspired. They act to feel inspired. They schedule their goals. They make time, not excuses. They build routines that keep them aligned. And the best part, progress builds confidence. Every tiny win reinforces your belief. Every task checked off becomes momentum, and momentum creates breakthroughs. Goals aren't just about achieving something big, they're about becoming someone greater in the process. And that only happens when you give your goals the daily attention they deserve. There's something far more valuable than talent, intelligence, or charisma. It's character. And character isn't built in public. It's forged in silence, in solitude, in sacrifice. The world may reward flashy, loud success, but true power lies in the integrity of who you are when no one's watching. That's why you must work on your character every single day, like your life depends on it. Because it does. Success without character is fragile. Fame without character is dangerous. Money without character is empty. What holds it all together, the wealth, the influence, the legacy, is the strength of the person behind it. Here's the hook. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the strength of your character. When the pressure hits, when the setbacks come, when the temptations whisper, it's not your skills that save you. It's your principles. Character is your internal GPS. It keeps you in alignment when distractions try to steer you off course. It's the unshakable core that doesn't crumble under stress. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. Building character is painful. It requires self-discipline, brutal honesty, and the willingness to confront your weaknesses instead of hiding behind your strengths. Discipline is the root of character. It's doing what you said you would do, long after the feeling has left. It's waking up when it's hard, showing up when it's inconvenient, speaking the truth when it would be easier to lie. Character is forged through the hard choices, the quiet obedience, the moments when you choose what's right over what's easy. And those choices stack. Every disciplined action is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming, and when you cast those votes daily, you build someone you respect, someone others can trust, someone unshakable. Let this hit you. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you cut corners in private, don't expect to show up strong in public. If you lie to yourself about the little things, you'll crumble when it matters most. Greatness is not found in applause. It's found in accountability. Character means holding yourself to a standard even when there's no reward in sight, even when no one's clapping, even when everyone else is compromising. Because you're not here to fit in, you're here to lead, and leaders are built from the inside out. Another hook. Reputation is what people think of you. Character is who you really are. The world may get fooled by your highlight reel, but your soul knows the truth. And so does your future. Your future is waiting on a version of you that is strong enough to carry everything you're asking for. And that version doesn't appear magically. It's developed through intentional, daily work. Through self-reflection, through hard conversations, through choosing growth over comfort, responsibility over blame, humility over ego. Build integrity like a fortress. Let your word be law. Keep promises to yourself. Speak truth even when your voice shakes. Own your mistakes without excuses. Apologize without defensiveness. Grow without ego. Because character is the only foundation that will support the weight of a meaningful life. And if you skip this part of the process, everything you build on top of it will eventually collapse under pressure. Your relationships are either fueling your purpose or draining your potential. The people you allow into your space are shaping your mindset, influencing your habits, and either reinforcing your dreams or feeding your doubts. That's why working on your relationships every single day isn't just a nice idea. It's a critical success habit. No one wins alone. No one climbs to the top without a team, a circle, a tribe. The most successful people on the planet didn't do it by themselves. They surrounded themselves with people who challenged them, pushed them, inspired them, and believed in them when they couldn't believe in themselves. Here's the hook. Who you spend time with is who you become. If you surround yourself with people who are complacent, negative, or toxic, you'll shrink your dreams just to fit in. But when you walk with giants, people who are purpose-driven, growth-minded, and committed to excellence, you elevate. You start thinking bigger, working harder, and demanding more from yourself. Relationships are not neutral. They either pull you forward or hold you back. So if you want to win, you've got to evaluate your circle with brutal honesty. Who's helping you grow? Who's keeping you small? Who challenges your excuses and who coddles your comfort? Strong relationships require effort, intentionality, and consistency. You don't just get great people in your life. You earn them by showing up as someone worth building with. Be the kind of person you want to attract. Be trustworthy. Be supportive. Be a giver, not just a taker. Ask better questions. Listen more deeply. Celebrate their wins, not just your own. Show up when it's inconvenient. Encourage when it's hard. Forgive when it's messy. Relationships thrive not in the highlight moments, but in the quiet, consistent investment of daily connection and real empathy. Another hook. Success isn't just about goals. It's about alignment. You can have the vision, the talent, the work ethic, but if you're walking in the wrong crowd, you're swimming upstream every day. The wrong relationships drain your energy, confuse your focus, and sabotage your momentum. But the right relationships amplify your efforts. They see your blind spots. They speak life into your tired days. They call out greatness when you've forgotten it's there. They sharpen your edge. That's why you must protect your environment like your dream depends on it, because it does. You've also got to work on how you show up in relationships. Are you bringing peace or chaos? Are you lifting others up or pulling them down? Are you growing together or outgrowing each other? Great relationships require communication, vulnerability, and the willingness to grow. They demand boundaries, honesty, and sometimes hard conversations that lead to deeper trust. Don't avoid the friction. It's often the fire that forges deeper connection. But don't tolerate constant drama either. It's not loyalty to stay in relationships that stunt your growth. It's fear. Here's the final hook. The quality of your life is a reflection of the quality of your relationships. Your inner circle should reflect your future, not your past. They should push you forward, not pull you back. If you want next-level results, you need next-level connections. But it starts with you, how you show up, who you allow close, and how willing you are to grow with the right people and let go of the wrong ones. Your mind. It is your master switch. It controls everything. Before you can win on the outside, you must conquer on the inside. Everything begins in your mind. Your beliefs, your confidence, your resilience, your drive, your ability to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. That's why working on your mindset every single day isn't just optional. It's essential. You can have talent, strategy, resources, and connections, but if your mind isn't right, none of it will matter. Success starts between your ears, and the quality of your life reflects the quality of your thoughts. Here's the hook. If you don't program your mind, the world will program it for you, and the world doesn't program for greatness. It programs for safety, fear, and limitation. If you're not intentional about your mindset, you'll inherit patterns that sabotage your potential. You'll settle for mediocrity. You'll play small to fit in. You'll accept fear as fact. That's why you've got to fight for your mindset like your destiny depends on it, because it does. You've got to feed your mind daily with thoughts that elevate, not thoughts that shrink. You've got to guard it like a fortress, because everything you allow in will eventually come out in how you act, how you speak, and how you live. Mindset is not motivation, it's muscle. It has to be trained, built, stretched, and reinforced through repetition. The strongest minds weren't born confident, they were conditioned. They were sculpted in the fire of adversity, setback, rejection, and pressure. And every time they got knocked down, they didn't just get up. They got up stronger. You build that kind of mental toughness by showing up every day, especially when it's hard. You reframe failure as feedback. You turn obstacles into opportunities. You talk to yourself, not listen to yourself. Because if you always listen, you'll be ruled by emotions, but if you speak life to yourself, you'll rise. Another hook. You become what you constantly think about. If you dwell on doubt, you'll hesitate. If you replay fear, you'll retreat. But if you fill your mind with vision, with belief, with purpose, you'll step forward with boldness even when you don't feel ready. That's why gratitude, affirmations, reading, journaling, and visualization aren't corny. They're critical. They are mindset tools for mental domination, because the world will test you, people will criticize you, life will challenge you. But if your mind is anchored, nothing outside you can break what's unshakable inside you. Train your thoughts like a champion trains their body. Speak powerfully. Expect greatness. Replace doubt with discipline. Trade fear for faith. Don't just wish for a strong mind. Build it with intention. Your success is already inside you, but it's locked behind mental patterns you've outgrown. The more you upgrade your thinking, the more your actions follow. The more your actions rise, the more your results explode. That's the chain reaction of mindset mastery. Because in the end, it's not about who has the most talent. It's about who has the strongest mind when everything is on the line.